All right, so today I want to talk to you guys.
Hey,
What do you?
are you making
How'd you get in here?
Oh, me? I was under your bed.
What?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Are
What?
you making a video about Umbridge? Yeah, she's the worst. Subscribe. Yeah.
Creep.
Don't change your locks.
Yikes. Anyways, so Umbridge is the most evil character in Harry Potter. I think we can all agree on that. And it's not as easy as saying like, oh, she's evil. There's more to it. Umbridge comes into the Harry Potter world in number 5, Order of the Phoenix, right? So we've had 4 movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5. And so that's 5 movies with Harry, Hermione, Ron. And so it's a really interesting time for them to come in because it's kind of a transition in the story. It sort of goes from this like childish sort of like, ooh, magic and wands to, okay, we have some serious subjects to happen. The Dark Lord has returned. Let's get serious. And Umbridge comes in at like the perfect time because we're kind of, as viewers, scared of what's going to happen, right? We're kind of sitting in our corners going, oh man, the Dark Lord has returned. I'm scared. So we're expecting the worst for Lord Voldemort to show up. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. Am I? He who must not be named to return to Hogwarts and basically do his thing. So it's a really tense time. You don't expect someone like Umbridge, about like this tall with really pink coats and a lot of love for her cats and just a tiny bit of child abuse. I don't know about you, but I think there's laws against that. And so you don't expect her to be the villain. And then just out of nowhere, she becomes probably the scariest character we've had in a long time. And why does that work so much? And that's what I want to talk about. So like I said before, up to this point, we're up to 5 movies and Umbridge comes in at Order of the Phoenix. And so the way Order of the Phoenix goes, so basically Voldemort returns in the last movie. We come to this movie with the idea that he is going to wreak havoc on the world of Harry Potter. And so we're kind of waiting for that to happen. But that's not exactly what happens. The Ministry of Magic is in quite denial. And they're saying, no, he's not back. He's not back. Fake news. But the thing is, we saw it happen because we saw Cedric Diggory die. He kind of went like this. When we see that, we're kind of waiting for the Ministry of Magic to go, you know what? He's back. Let's protect everybody. Let's protect the students. Let's protect the people of the wizarding world. But no, instead they're like, Voldemort who? It's kind of weird, right? So you're angry the entire time at the Ministry of Magic. Then, lo and behold, Umbridge, a part of the Ministry of Magic, walks her way into Hogwarts and basically runs the entire place without issue. Yeah, that's right. You know why it worked so well? Because Mr. Dumbledore decided, hey, I'm gonna just not participate in this movie. I'll see you later. This works out in Umbridge's favor because she has full control over the entire school. And as we watch everything happen, we're kind of waiting for a savior to arrive. We're waiting for something good to happen to Harry in this movie, and it doesn't come for much later. Even then, it's not really a good story. It's a very mature story. We'll get into that after. But regardless, all stuff happens. All shit hits the fan, and we're left with it turns out the Lord Voldemort does return. So basically the story is Harry going, the Lord is back. The Dark Lord is back. And then Umbridge is like, nuh-uh. And that's the entire movie. So now we can start to understand why Umbridge is hated so much. So let's go back to how she got into Hogwarts, and she essentially runs the place. So she can do whatever she wants, right? She can change rules and force people to do bad things. And like I said before, a little bit of child abuse on the side, but that's fine. She's Ministry of Magic. And so we're kind of sitting there as viewers going, this is the most frustrating character in the world because we can't contain her. Voldemort's counter is Harry Potter. Umbridge's counter is nothing. And so as a viewer, you're kind of sitting there going, oh man, like, damn, this is frustrating. I'm really annoyed with this. How do I come up with a solution? But there's no solution. And because there's no solution, we are kind of just sitting there with frustration and anger, and that is a really good way to drive a story forward. Umbridge's presence creates so much havoc in the story that it reminds us that we love the world of Harry Potter so much. We cherish everything that's great about it, but when one person takes it down and rips it apart, that is one way to just piss people off and really create a great character. And that's essentially what Umbridge is. She's a personification of everything that is bad, and she's there to wreak havoc. And that's her only job. And she does it to a T. And it's done so well in this movie that you really do end the movie going, wow, she might be worse than the Dark Lord. Like when I was younger and I watched this movie, I really hated Umbridge. She was the worst. She made me extremely mad about everything that she did. And as I grew up and watched the movie over and over again, I kind of realized, wow, it's not obviously just the storytelling and just the character, but the acting. Wow, really. And the more I look back at Imelda Staunton's performance as Umbridge, it's incredible. No, it really is. Because here's the thing, Harry Potter is a great series, but there are few moments where I'm like, wow, that's a performance. That's a really good performance. And Order of the Phoenix has so many of those, not just from Imelda Staunton, but also from Daniel Radcliffe and other actors as well, who have put on a really great performance. But she outperformed everybody in this movie by like a long shot. It wasn't even close. And like I said, Daniel Radcliffe had his moments, but Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint are good actors and actresses in this movie, but they were young when this movie was starting and they got better as time went on. I think their best performances came in the last 3 movies. With that understanding, and you look at Imelda Staunton's performance and you look at the way that she portrays Umbridge, you kind of go, wow, we were really blessed with a really good performance. Like, you start to really appreciate it. It's one of those things that really stands the test of time. There are very few movies out there that has the villain become the star of the movie. Yes, we have Heath Ledger's Joker, and we have Christoph Waltz's Hans Landa in *Inglourious Basterds*, and you also have Green Goblin with William Dafoe. I mean, yeah, there are certain actors who can pull it off and become the center of attention as a villain, but the thing is that it's not often. Yes, we talk about these points, we can bring them up, but it's not every movie. There are plenty of movies where certain actors don't become the center of attention. And it's not that they're not good actors, it's just that there are certain moments when you watch a movie and you go, wow, that leaves a lasting effect. That was appreciated, that performance was amazing, and that's really when we can start to appreciate the craft of acting, because it's not easy to do that. There's so much that goes behind the passion to pull off a performance like that I don't think people really realize it. The reasons we hate Umbridge aren't necessarily just because of what she portrays in the movies, but it takes a certain actor to elevate that even further. But there are certain characters who require a special actor to pull it off, and Imelda Staunton and Umbridge were paired together, and that pairing was amazing, and it showed up on screen. I honestly cannot praise her enough for her performance, and she has gone on to do so much amazing work in her career, and this is just a little drop in the hat for her. This is nothing. This is one of those performances that stands the test of time. And the thing is, the peak of the Harry Potter franchise was getting the same treatment at the Oscars as your Marvel movies. They weren't getting the love that they should have deserved. So, unfortunately, Imelda Staunton's performance as Umbridge didn't get recognized by the Academy. And honestly, it should have gotten a shot. It really should have. Her performance was that good. The whole point of this video is because I really wanted to pinpoint the contrast between when we are in love with a certain character, we should also really understand the actor. And it's vice versa as well. When we love and hate a character, we really have to understand the performance that went behind it, because it takes a special actor or actress to really pull off a performance like this.